What happens when you move your debt over to a consolidated loan at a lower interest rate is you tend to relax. You take a deep breath. You're like, oh my God, now I have more time to pay off this debt. You take things easy. You don't really make those extra payments, and you kind of get sucked into the plan. And so, you want to make sure that you have your own strategy when you're considering debt consolidation. You can't rely on the creditor to help you create your plan to debt freedom, because they don't necessarily want you to pay off your debt. They want you to stay in the cycle for as long as is legally allowable.
According to a 2018 Northwestern Mutual survey, the average American has $38,000 in debt. Many people turn to debt consolidation loans, which can often be a great choice. But if you're considering consolidating your debt, there are red flags and pitfalls to look out for. Debt consolidation loans are aimed at people who want to simplify their debt repayments, but they aren't right for everyone. Be sure to do lots of research if you're considering getting a debt consolidation loan.
So a debt consolidation loan is basically when you aggregate different debts into one loan so that you have one single payment. The advantage is, you get to aggregate all of your debt into one single payment at a potentially lower interest rate. It can make your life more convenient because you're just focusing every single month on making this one payment to work towards paying off your debt. So disadvantages to debt consolidation are that there can be fees associated when it comes to moving your debt from different places into this one consolidated loan. And even though the interest rate is lower because you're making minimum payments, or you're not paying it off as quickly as you should be, when that interest is compounded, it's going to end up costing you much more money in the long run. You might be given a lower interest rate, and that interest rate, however, might be tied to a limited window of time, right? It could be 12 months, 24 months, whatever the amount of time. Look at the interest rates of all of your existing debt, and then have that on a piece of paper or on a spreadsheet, and then look at the fee for this consolidation, look at the interest rate, and then look at what is it going to cost from an increased interest rate at the end of the introductory period, and make sure that makes sense for you. And then you also want to take a step back and look at your budget. How much can you afford to pay every single month towards this debt consolidation?
If you're thinking about getting a debt consolidation loan, it's important to ask, does the loan have an introductory rate? If so, how long does it last? At the end of the introductory period, what will your new interest rate be? Will it be a fixed or variable rate? Will the monthly minimum payment change? Will there be penalties for making extra payments or paying the loan off early? Be sure to check your loan agreement to see what benefits you might be losing if you switch to a private loan. A common benefit you might lose is student loan forgiveness.
So anytime you're not getting clear answers, anytime you're not able to understand the fine print, and then when you call them and ask for an explanation, you're still walking away confused, that is a red flag. And also, if the debt consolidation offer seems too good to be true, you want to dig deeper. So I'm personally not a huge fan of debt consolidation. I think that everyone can create a plan for themselves. You can prioritize your debt and create a debt repayment strategy, either using the snowball method, which is where you pay off your smallest balances first, or you use the avalanche method, which is where you pay off your debt that has the highest interest rate. You can even call your creditors on your own to negotiate your payments and interest rates. And so I would rather have folks create their own plan and work through the strategy and work on their, self-discipline and financial wellness than take the easy way out. However, sometimes that consolidation makes sense if the calculations and numbers make sense. You're saving money, you're getting lower interest rates, and you're able to accelerate your debt payoff by leveraging debt consolidation.